Hi, this is Rory Singh from the PowerhouseMarketer.com. Today I'm just doing a quick video on the unfortunate collapse of the Pincoin ICO. I did a review back in February on Pincoin, and in that review I stated the warning signs and red flags. Apparently a lot of people did not a lot of people ignored these warning signs, even if they didn't see my review, even if they saw another review. The main warning signs that deem something that would deem something as a or call or show you that a system is not safe or that it's a Ponzi scheme is the number one thing: anonymous owners. Okay, there's a reason they don't want to put their own names on their own websites. It's for legal reasons. Anything that promises you an income for doing absolutely nothing is a red flag. Even if you think, well, I'm investing. No, sir, no, ma'am. You are investing in a Ponzi scheme. You want to make money for doing absolutely nothing. No products or services. Any of these network marketing deals that have no products or services, they are a Ponzi scheme. Government loves to look for little loopholes like no products or services. Government loves to shut these things down because government wants to keep you in your job, keep you at a job for the rest of your life until you can no longer support the economy. Then they want you to kick the bucket. They want you to croak. Okay, so and the fourth warning sign or red flag would be these worthless points. So many of these network marketing type of crypto deals have these altcoins that they're trying to launch. Usually if they launch them, they all tell you that they're going to be the next Bitcoin, and they haven't, 99.9% haven't haven't became public, or they became public and their points are not carrying any value. Okay, so those are the red flags. If you are the type of person, you lost some money with these type of deals, but you're insistent on finding the one that works, don't ignore these warning signs. Don't ignore your common sense, and don't since I said common sense, I gotta let you know, system owner of what I would call Ponzi scheme came to me one day. He said, Rory, you're not getting as many views as you could because you're not doing white paper reviews. What he pretty well was telling me was that if I sugarcoated my reviews and tried to get people into the deals instead of telling people the truth, that I would get a lot more views. He was pretty well stating that people want to believe what they want to believe. Okay, people want to believe what they want to believe. So if you're the type of person right now who's lost money in these deals, but you're still insistent on finding the one that's going to work for you, I don't know what to say. Okay, I think you're going to end up struggling for a little bit longer until you finally realize that you have something happening to you that keeps happening to you. Maybe you have multiple things that are continuously happening to you in your life that you would like to stop happening to you, right? And it all stops and starts with you. If you want to make money online, you can't join something and sit back and make money even if you're putting money down. There's a process. Everyone goes through the process. No one's excluded from the process. The people holding the big checks on stage at events, they've gone through the process. They've started and they've stayed started. Most people will start an opportunity, or they will start learning and getting marketing skills, and then they will stop for whatever reason. Usually it's based on self-limiting beliefs. 97% of the people, or maybe let's say 95 to 97% of the people who are struggling, a lot of them have been struggling for years online, and the great majority of them don't want to work on their mindset. Some people will do like personal development every once in a while and then eventually get pissed off and say it's a gimmick. What you need to understand right now is all leaders are readers. Okay, number one. All leaders are readers. So if it's you right now joining opportunities like Pincoin and you keep losing your money, you've got to understand that maybe you keep joining Ponzi schemes, and what you are expecting is just not going to happen. What's going to happen is either you learn some skill sets as well as do ongoing personal development, and you also take action every single day until you get this thing, whatever it is that you are after right now. Or if you have a job right now, or you're stuck in a financial position, you could be stuck there for life, and you could never graduate to the next level unless you start changing certain things. Okay, it's been said over and over from company to company, on so many different training calls, on so many different conference calls, on so many different webinars. It's been said that if you are here online right now and you are looking for change, change just doesn't come from on the outside. The majority of people, 97% of the people on this planet, are expecting change to come to them from the heavens above, and then they're going to change, then they're going to be happy. Okay, if you're having a tough time in life right now, I'm not trying to tell you to pretend to be happy. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that in order for you to experience change in your life, it all starts and stops with you. In order for you to become one of those people holding the big checks on stage, I understand some of you don't want to hold big checks on stage. Some of you just don't have to commute to a job any longer, or maybe some of you are brick and mortar entrepreneurs. Let me tell you something. Online entrepreneurship is a different ball game altogether than brick and mortar businesses. Some of it's the same, but not all of it's the same. Okay, different ball game. So some of you don't want to hold big checks on stage. Some of you just want to replace your income, maybe live a simple lifestyle. Okay, doesn't matter if you want an extravagant income or a simple lifestyle. You should get to the point where you're at least holding a check on stage. Here's why. It's not to say, hey, look at me, I'm Sandra D from the Grease movie, right? Maybe some of you saw that movie with John Travolta back in the 70s. Look at me, I'm Sandra D. Some people, yeah, they want to do that, and they want the glory. Hey, look at me, I'm the badass marketer, right? They want to look at my check. Excuse me. But other people are more modest, low-key. But the thing is, you could hold one of these checks on stage and tell yourself, hey, look, I did it. So I highly recommend get to the point of success online where you're holding a check on stage. Some of you want to live on the beaches of the world, drink out of coconuts, right? There's so many people doing so right now. Still a small percentage compared to the overall people on the planet and the overall people who are coming online. They're coming online in millions and millions more people every single day. Every single day we got millions of people coming online that are new to the internet, are new to marketing. Some of you guys got years ahead of these guys, but still you're keeping yourself stuck for whatever reason, right? So the number one thing, if you want change to come to you, it doesn't come from the heavens. It's not God's going to, hey, I'm going to change you. It's like you got to be willing to want to change yourself. So how do you change yourself? How do you change yourself? Well, number one, you got to be willing. You got to want to. And you got to lower the ego. I know some of you don't have ego issues, but a lot of people do have ego issues. I know it may sound like I'm being egotistical in this video, but sometimes I got to talk in a certain way. If I start talking nice and quiet, some of you are going to click the back button and you're looking to watch a music video or some entertainment. See, that's another thing. A lot of people just want entertainment and they don't want to do a damn thing. They want it handed to them. And that's like an entitled mentality. If you're sitting there with your hand out, right? There's so many people online with their hands out. They just got their affiliate link. Here, join my system. Please join my system. I want to make a lot of money for myself, right? You got a ton of people doing that, right? Please join my system. I just want to be rich. I just want to live the laptop lifestyle, right? You can't do that. No one's going to join your system. No one's going to no one's going to click on your links. No one's going to get started with you. Even if you're not recruiting and you're trying to push one of these like Pincoin ICO deals. Okay. So change has to come from within you. And you've got to create the better version of yourself. If you don't know this right now, then you need to know this right now. You should know this right now. So how do you do that? How do you do all that stuff? Number one, you gotta get marketing skills. You can't join free to join stuff. Free to join is not gonna teach you nothing. Okay? Before that, you gotta have some belief. Okay? I know most people online, even if they're join stuff, even if they're investing heavily in different opportunities, great majority has a problem with believing in themselves. They will sabotage them. I've been there, done that. That's why I can speak to you from experience. I know what's going on from inside out. I've been there, done that, until I was sick to my stomach, finally gave up all that bullshit and said, I'm either going to get fucking stuck where I was or make a decision to change. And I finally figured out change started with me. Change starts with you. So number one is skill sets. Learn how to invest in yourself, and don't be afraid to take out your credit card and buy training courses. Don't expect one training course to teach you everything that you need to know. A lot of people are expecting, oh, I'm going to pay $6 for an ebook. Oh, it didn't teach me how to. I checked my bank account. I didn't have $1 million the next day. You've got to take the information, and you got to let the information digest and into your mind. And then you've got to apply the information. Most people will read a book, watch a video, and then they're on to the next video, then on to the next book. We've got people speed reading, speed watching, and not enough people implementing, right? Implementing is the practical part of this whole make money online deal. The whole process of implementation, you got to implement. If you don't implement the stuff that you're learning, you're not truly learning. I heard Tony Robbins say this. He said, knowledge is only potential power. Look, man, or if you're female, look, lady, I gotta say it like that. Not trying to be disrespectful to you, but look, okay? Knowledge alone is just useless. It's just worthless bullshit unless you apply the principles that you're learning. Okay? So you got to find a system. You got to believe in the system. If you don't believe in what you're doing, then find another system that you do believe in. I had a conversation with a guy yesterday by email, joined my team last week, and he's pissed off because he's still on my email list, still getting emails from me. And how come Rory's saying, how come you don't know that I joined your team? And I'm like, I've got people joining my team every single day because I learned how to do marketing, right? I learned this thing called marketing. I did this thing called personal development, right? And I started believing in myself. And I'm not trying to be arrogant. May sound like it, but I'm not trying to. But it's just freaking annoying that he expects me to know, like I'm just marketing to him. If I was, I think I should, if I'm just marketing to one person, I should quit freaking trying this business and find some other profession, wouldn't you think? So anyways, he's like, how come you don't know that I joined your team and I bought some of your products? And I'm like, well, sorry, I missed you. I don't know everyone that's been joining, right? There's so many people that joined through my affiliate link because of all the principles that I learned with the system that I'm using right now, and from the founder, because the founder of the system that I'm marketing, the reason I'm getting good results with it is because he's one of the most, he's one of the most influential marketers on the face of the planet in history up to now. Okay, the guy knows what he's doing. It sounds like hype, it's not hype. Sounds like bullshit, it's not bullshit, it's actually true. Okay, and I've been in another system that he had in the past, learned a lot from him, and the reason you're watching my video is probably because of some of the stuff that I learned from him who is one of the best influencers online. If you don't know about this thing called influence, then you're going to struggle. Influence is, getting people to listen to you. I don't try hard to get people to listen to me, but I got a lot of experience. I've gotten like a lot of authority online, where it's like in my DNA. Okay, And it's a lot of it is from listening to a lot of the training that I went through from the system owner, from a past system that he had. Now he pretty well has the same type of training in the products that we're selling right now. Okay, so the gentleman last night doesn't have the belief. I can just clearly see it in his vocabulary and terminology. And then he's telling me about some other system is telling him that either all he needs is to purchase leads and he can get conversions. Really? It's not as simple as just purchasing leads and you're going to get conversions, right? It's not that simple. Not all paid advertising sources will convert with every single offer. When I came online back in 2005 originally, at the end of 2005 into 2006, I spent $11,000 learning how to do paid advertising just to get started. I spent $11,000 and eventually made back my $11,000. No profit, but at least I made it back. Okay. And I learned through experience, through this practical part of things, implementing what I was learning in the training back then, right? How to do paid advertising. And I did notice that not every single traffic source would convert with every single offer. I also learned by experience that it's part of the process. You as a marketer have to learn through this process of you're going to have to take money out of your pocket if you want to be a paid marketer, right? You don't have to be a paid marketer. You could learn free advertising strategies that I mentioned before, right? YouTube, Facebook, right? So many of them out, Twitter, right? Instagram. Don't do them all. Just do one, learn one, and master it, and rinse and repeat it. But it's still a process. If you wanted to learn paid advertising, it's not like I find something that sounds good. I get like 5,000 hits for $1. Send it to this link, see what happens. Most likely it'll be bot traffic, right? It's a little joke. That's a little joke. So not every offer, not every traffic source is going to convert with every single offer it's trying to sell. It's very important. But you as a marketer, if you want to become a paid marketer, it's part of your process to find out which ones will convert and not just, I just want to find one and have it working. That is not marketing. So I tried to explain to this guy, he seems to just want a paycheck, that maybe this is not the right fit. And if he doesn't believe in the system that I'm using, then go out there and find the system that he does believe in, even though he has a psychological issue like the great majority of people out there. This is not black and white, okay? So back to the original problem. I know we're talking about Pincoin, ICO collapse, $660 million in losses. It's going to happen, and it's going to happen more, okay? It's going to keep happening. People are going to keep losing money until they learn the skill sets. Number two, they implement the training that they learn. So they're doing something. They're doing income-producing activities every day, generating traffic, leads, etc., building their credibility online. It's a process. You got to go through this process, or you need another career. You might need to go look in another industry if you don't want to learn and do these things. Eventually, you got to also persevere. You got to get to the mastery level, and you can't stop. Can't start today, quit next week. Got to stay started. Got to stay started, okay? Eventually, you are going to get more confidence by the more results that you get. Hey, I'm generating leads today. Wow, look at that. I got 5 leads. Hey, look, I got 10. Or look, I got 1 lead. You know, some of you don't know how to generate leads, right? Oh, I got 1 lead today. Oh, look, I got 3 leads today. Oh, look, I got 10 leads the next day. Oh, I got 10,000. You know, some people I see people say, oh, I've got 2,000 leads a day. You don't freaking need 2,000 leads a day. If you get to the point where you start to know what you don't really need that many leads, if you find a good system that you believe in and see the value in it for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to say it again. Number 1 is skill set. Number two, I'm going to say persevere and stay started. Number 3, Learn how to become an influencer. Find a system like the one lower below underneath this video. Click that link and find a system like this, like we're offering right now. Okay. Number 4 is personal development every single day in your downtime. If you are not seeing the type of results that you want in life, it's very important that you do personal development every single day in your downtime. A lot of people are skipping this step, or maybe they're not, they'll do some personal development and then they'll stop. But don't just digest the information in the personal development books, and even the audio books. I mean, just don't just read it. Let it digest, and then implement the information before starting another book. Okay, a lot of people are just reading stuff, and they're not doing the doing part. Okay, and number 5, consistency and habits. Once you start learning, and then you start knowing what to do in the form of marketing, right? And once you're not sabotaging and trying to quit or trying to find flaws, a lot. I've done that in the past. Would find a good system and then didn't want to do the work based on belief issues until I finally learned that I had a self-limiting belief, like the great majority of people online do. When you start working on that belief, then you'll eventually remove the belief. There's many different ways to remove self-limiting beliefs. Most people are not working on these things. Okay. So once you start working on these things, it'll let you get to the 5th step. And the 5th step would be forming a habit. Forming a habit, being consistent with this marketing thing. Let's say you learn YouTube marketing, or let's say you're on Facebook. Facebook's an awesome source. I don't do Facebook marketing. I share some knowledge and information there once in a while, but I'm not like a heavy-hitting marketer on Facebook. I do know some people personally who've fired their bosses just doing Facebook alone. So I'm going to use Facebook as an example. Let's say you're on Facebook and you learn Facebook marketing. Okay. Make it a habit. Once you start doing it, make yourself, you won't get to the point where you're going to make yourself do what you need to do until you remove the self-limiting beliefs. Okay, and you don't want to just do personal development alone and not work on the marketing side of things, because then you could remove just the self-limiting belief. Sometimes it could take you months or even years, right? A lot of people don't want to hear that, depending on you, depending on how willing you are. When you are seriously ready to change, the universe is going to start working with you. It's going to start handling your stuff. And you're going to be third party. It'll be from other people. Maybe a book will show up. Maybe you will see a sign on a truck go by. A message for you on a license plate. On a billboard, right? It's going to start telling you what you need to do, as long as it knows that you're finally ready to change. Okay. And it's not going to be sunshine and rainbows. 97% of people are looking for sunshine and rainbows. They just won't do this stuff. Okay. But lastly, before I go, because this is one hell of a long ass video. I was just making a quick video on Pincoin, but this sometimes happens because I think a lot of people need to hear this type of information. Lastly, you got to realize that some people are looking for typical results. Typical results is most people don't believe. Most people are not going to do what's necessary because they don't believe that anything great can happen. And because of their attitudes and beliefs, attitude is very important. If you have a bad attitude, it's going to stop you from even working on the self-limiting belief. Okay, it's going to stop you from even removing it if you got a bad attitude. You guys know what I'm talking about, having a bad attitude. You don't want to have a bad attitude. But if you're willing to help yourself with all this stuff that I shared, these 5 steps, 5 simple steps, they're simple, but just to get yourself to do them, that's probably going to be the hard part. But you got to do it, or nothing's going to change. Great, you're not going to experience any great changes. The people who are experiencing great changes have gone through this process, this 5-step process that I mentioned earlier. Okay. But you have to understand that if you actually let yourself go through this process, typical results with 97% of the people, they're not doing much. Okay. So you're dealing with like 3% of the people who actually do stuff, right? Who will actually go all the way. That's what you need to understand. Typical results is shitty results. It's nothing. And you gotta make peace with most people are not gonna do this because most are just too stubborn. Most people, you can't change people. Your job is not to change people, it's to change yourself. Your job is not to change the world, it's just to work on yourself, your own mindset. Mindset is the most important thing. If your mindset's not supporting you, well, the personal development on these other 4 steps that I mentioned are going to help you transition into the better version of yourself that's going to allow you to actually experience all these dreams of yours, or these goals. I'm going to use the words goals. When I say dreams, sometimes to people it could sound like something so far away. Okay, these goals that you're after right now, especially if you're still watching this video. So you got to make peace with all that. You got to make peace with yourself to start where you are today, no matter what you think of yourself, no matter what position you feel you are in life right now, and no matter what position you feel on the marketing food chain. Okay, maybe you feel like a novice marketer, maybe you feel like an intermediate marketer. Some of you watching the video might feel like an advanced marketer, right? Most people, I'm going to say, are either novice that are going to watch this video, or intermediate marketers who have been around for a little while, few years, and still not seeing the type of results that you want. Okay, so those are the things that you need. Hopefully you digest all the information that I shared with you. I dropped a lot here. So with Pincoin ICO, if you lost money with this type of deal, the warning flags, warning signs were there, the red flags were there. Start looking for these warning signs if you lost money. Learn what to look to, how to identify a system that you shouldn't touch. Okay, as well as start looking for something that's sustainable, that will offer you value in yourself. And it's not free to join, as I said before. I think I said it many times. Free to join. There's no value. You get what you pay for. Okay, so that's my conclusion. Pincoin ICO collapses. You're gonna see many more systems collapsing. We were seeing it every other day. We're seeing a system collapse in this industry, this crypto network marketing space. Okay, and lastly, if you're finally ready to change direction in your life, and you want to be a marketer, and you got some passion. Okay, I don't mean like, oh, you just want to make money. Money alone is not change. Okay, you need some passion. Be passionate about the idea of freedom. It's in itself, at least that's some passion there. If it's just I want a social security check, this is not the industry for you, because it's obviously going to take some doing on your part, on everyone's part, right, in order to succeed. Okay, success is an ongoing process. It's not I joined the right deal, I just send traffic to it, I become rich online, or I become financially stable on. It's not like that. If you're thinking like that, or that's what you're looking for, you need another industry, and you really need to think about that. Okay, for the rest of you, understand, but what I just said, passion. If you want to live the freedom lifestyle, whatever that means, maybe coconut lifestyle on the beaches of the world, or simple lifestyle. You just want to stay up every single night, watch movies, right? Don't want to wake up in the morning and commute to a job. If that's you're after something, and you have some passion for the freedom side of things, not just for the money. There's a link below this video. Click that link. Take the first step there. The opportunity, it's a pay-to-play opportunity. We've got a lot of training. The founder is one of the most influential marketers in this space, internet marketing space, in history. Okay, not just saying, it's true. Maybe you heard of him. I don't know. I'm not going to say his name. You got to find that out for yourself. You'll meet him after you take the first step. So again, my name is Rory Singh from thepowerhousemarketer.com. Have yourself an awesome day.